I recently read Deep Work by Cal Newport, and it completely shifted how I think about the focus and productivity. We are constantly attacked with notifications, social media, and this overwhelming amount of information. Newport defines deep work as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that pushes your cognitive abilities to their limits. This means focusing without interruption for extended periods, leading to valuable and hard-to-replicate results. The idea is simple. Imagine focusing for hours on end, achieving more in less time. Sounds impossible? Let's find out how you can get the power of the deep work to improve your focus, boost your productivity, and achieve meaningful results. Deep work is about the art of focus in a distracted world. Newport contrasts deep work with shallow work, tasks like answering emails, scrolling social media, or working on surface-level tasks that don't require that much of concentration. In contrast, deep work helps you achieve something unique, challenging, and valuable. Whether it's writing a book, learning a new skill, or creating innovative products, deep work pushes your brain to new levels of performance. Let's look at some examples of the deep work in action. Rowling famously checked into a hotel in Edinburgh to escape distractions and finish the final book in the Harry Potter series. She achieved a focused state where she could pour her creativity into writing without interruption. Bill Gates locked himself in a cabin to write the original version of BASIC in 8 weeks. His intense focus and dedication to deep work laid the foundation for the Microsoft success. The science behind deep work is fascinating. Neuroscientists have discovered that periods of intense focus can help your brain develop something called myelin. That's a tissue that wraps around neurons and allows them to fire more efficiently. This means the more you practice deep work, the better your brain gets at it. The key message is, if you can master deep work, you can produce better work faster and become more successful. However, doing this requires building certain habits and making deliberate changes to your routine. So, how do you get started? Point 1. Single tasking. One of the biggest challenges we face is attention residue. And when you switch between tasks, like checking your phone while you're trying to write an essay, your brain holds onto bits of previous tasks, making it harder to fully concentrate on the next one. And Newport has a solution: single tasking. This means working on one thing at a time without distractions until it's complete. It may sound easy, but how often do you actually focus on one task without interruption? J.K. Rowling and Bill Gates succeeded through deep work because they created environments where distraction was impossible. That level of focus is something we can all aspire to, even in smaller, more manageable doses. Point 2. Time blocking for deep work sessions. Newport suggests using a strategy called time blocking to free specific periods of your day for deep work, and these blocks of time are dedicated to focused, interrupted work. No emails, no phone calls, and no distractions. Start small by blocking off 30 minutes and gradually extend these sessions as you build your focus muscle. Newport compares this to working out at the gym. Your focus gets better with practice, making each deep work session more effective. He even suggests to use a ritual to start and end your deep work. This could be something as simple as shutting down your laptop and saying to yourself, "Shut down complete," when you finish a session. Point 3. Embracing boredom to boost focus. Our brains are hardwired to seek out distractions and avoid boredom. And Newport argues that we need to retrain our brains to embrace boredom and resist the consistent pull of instant gratification. In our digital age, we tend to fill every moment of boredom with scrolling through social media or checking notifications. Stop reaching for your phone every time you're bored. And by doing this, you teach your brain to handle longer periods of focus without constantly needing entertainment. Point 4. Saying no to shallow work. Deep work requires protecting your time, which means saying no to shallow work. Newport emphasizes the importance of deliberately avoiding tasks that don't contribute to your main goals. For example, declining unnecessary meetings or resisting the urge to answer every email as soon as it arrives. Think of how often do you commit to things out of habit, obligation, or fear of missing out. Newport encourages us to get comfortable saying no to distractions so that we have more time for deep work. Point 5. Limiting social media. Social media is one of the biggest barriers for the deep work, and the author is bold in his recommendation. Cut it out or significantly limit your use. He explains that social media scatters your attention and makes deep focus impossible. You don't have to quit your social media overnight, but taking a break or setting strict limits on your social media usage can greatly improve your productivity. Even small steps like using social media only specific times of the day can make a huge difference. Finally, Newport talks about the importance of building the deep work routine. Set aside specific times each day for deep work and create an environment that supports focus. Whether it's a quiet room or turning off notifications, having a routine that helps your brain associate certain times and places for focused work. For example, writers can lock themselves in a room with no internet, and coders work in isolated environments to produce their best work. The thing is that you don't need to go to the extremes, but setting up a predictable routine will improve your ability to focus. For sure. The 4 rules of deep work. Here are the 4 essential rules Newport offers to guide your practice. Work deeply. Schedule time for the deep work and fiercely protect it. Second, embrace boredom. Get used to resisting distractions. Third, quit social media. Limit its pull on your attention. Fourth, drain the shallows. Minimize the shallow work that eats away at your time. Deep work teaches us that the ability to focus is becoming increasingly rare and valuable in today's distracted world. Newport provides a roadmap for reclaiming your focus, eliminating distractions, and building habits that support sustained concentration. It's not easy, but the payoff is huge. Improved productivity, meaningful achievements, and more fulfilling life.